What is up, everybody? It's the Martian Comic Hunter coming at you with a special CGC unboxing. Man, if you guys already know, the wait is ridiculous. Submitted these books back in January, so it's taken some time to get these in. This is going to be a 9.8 pre-screen. Unfortunately, I did look at the grades with that amount of time waiting. I was just really impatient. So I looked at the grades already. I already know the grades. You guys don't. Again, every single book here is going to be a 9.8. The results are not that great. I got 12 out of 25 books graded back as 9.8. The frustrating part about this process, really, one, was the wait time, and two, grader's notes. I did not get any grader's notes other than one book from all the rejects, so felt that was a little rushed in regards to their part. Did contact CGC to see if grader notes were available. They said they are not. It's under the discretion of the actual grader to see if he wants to put in grader's notes. It's not a requirement, evidently, for them, which I think is a little BS, especially if you're paying for a service. And you're getting charged for rejects. I think they should be able to supply grader's notes. I also have another submission there that they have received already, so that's going to take a couple months to get back. My thought process in the two submissions is whatever rejects I get from both, I will resubmit, not as a 9.8, put the grade down a little bit for a 9.6. Hopefully guarantee that 9.6, but more importantly, see how many of these rejects come back 9.8. So that's my theory with this. Kind of played around a little bit with some other submissions. I did prior do a 9.6 submission, was really successful. 23 out of 25, 22 of them being 9.8. So I thought that was really good. So 196 in that submission. So I'm trying to play around a little bit, see what comes up. Unfortunately, as everybody knows, grading is subjective, and it really kind of depends, right? I think the consensus for CGC is that they have 3 graders that look at it, and they all kind of agree on a grade. I don't know if necessarily that is true or not, looking at some of these grades that you get back, as far as some of them that are questionable and some of the rejects that I have received back, and I'm like, wow, that looks pretty good. Haven't looked at the rejects, so I can't really say on this part. I would probably say I'm a CGC advocate, and I trust their grading, and I've been pretty successful in the past. Now this submission is a little questionable, so raising the eyebrow a little bit per se. I don't think I'll go to CBCS, as I just think you get the better bang for your buck. But it looks like a lot of people are going to flip over, and so it may level out per se, as far as CBCS getting about the same dollar amount for CGC. So that's my little rant. Let's get into this unboxing. Came back really early in the morning per se, so I'm glad I didn't have to wait around too long for the submission, like literally like all afternoon or anything like that. So really happy about that. Other than that, let me drop you guys a note. See, here's the raw books, which is a stack, which is ridiculous. But let's get into this. So first book up. All right, so this is Invincible Iron Man, number 9. If you guys have already seen my prior vids, I'm a big advocate of this book. Second printing, obviously showing the reread there. I think I've gotten, I already have a couple 9.8s of this and a couple 9.6 already. I bought these on the cheap, probably about $50 per raw. I think it's a good flip. Buying at a $50 rate, you could kind of flip them for about 500 bucks. So that was my theory in regards to that. Next book up, another book that kind of I've been talking about. A lot of people have been talking about, let's just be honest. Sam Alexander, first appearance, 9.8. If you guys noticed the black and white sketch of this one, did sell for a ridiculous price. I want to say like 1100-1200 bucks. This is not there clearly, but just a really good first appearance of a upcoming character that I'm pretty sure we will see. We've seen MCU Gone Cosmic already, so I expect CM to be part of that new frontier, if you will, particularly with the Champions, if they ever drop that as well. All right, this book, Peach Momoko Champions #1 Outlawed, you know, does feature also Sam Alexander there. So it's a cool cover. Peach Momoko, I'm not gonna say she's flamed out already, but you know, some of her covers have been a little repetitive as far as the look and feel. I think this one's probably one of the better covers. So I've got this on pre-order for about 60 to 80 bucks. Here's a big one here. Champions #1 Alex Ross, graded at a 9.8. Just a classic cover right now at this point. This one's gone nuclear as well, probably reaching upwards of $1,000 as well. I don't necessarily know if it's $1,000 book, but the market's hot right now, so had to grade this as well. All right, one of my favorites here, decal variant, Invincible Iron Man Resist #1. Beautiful book, man. You know, 9.8, you see the black, pretty difficult book to get in that high grade, in my opinion. But great cover, man. Great cover. Really happy about this one. Ooh, you see that? Yeah, buddy. Thrawn #1. You guys know what this is. Martina, 9.8. Just a beast of a book. Bought this raw for about $200 bucks. So really paid off. Paying about $200 for this. It is gorgeous. Talk about tough book. Look at this. Look at that. One of my favorite books in this submission. So got a lot of rejects back, but that's a big win. The decal's a big win. Alex Ross Champion, big win. So I guess quality favored me on this one, so I'll take it. Another big book here. This is going to be first full Revan. Also did submit, I guess, was it 7 or 9 as well, so I'm waiting for that one to come back. So hopefully they both come back 9.8, but this is obviously a monster book right now, so we will see if we see it. All right, Young Avengers #2. This is going to be a Stephanie Hans, low printed. I want to say it's a 1 in 25 or 1 in 50. Can't remember right now, but definitely a low printed. It's only about less than 20 on the CGC census that I remember. So it's got all the kids in the front. So I think it's a cool looking book. Wiccan Speed. You got America Chavez in the front there. So Kate Bishop. So cool book. All right, Justice League. This was a book that I pulled New Comic Book Day years ago, so it was just part of my run. This is first Jessica Cruz as Green Lantern, so it was just in high grade. I just thought I'd get it encapsulated, so it's not going for much right now. So another great cover here. I believe it's a 1 in 25 Bocelli, Miss Marvel. So just an awesome cover. I think I submitted 2 of these. I want to say I submitted 2. Maybe wrong. So I got to look at the rejects and find out what's going on with that. But great book. 9.8 Miss Marvel. Anything right now, Miss Marvel is obviously pretty hot right now. So glad I added that to the collection. All right, 2 more books up here. Okay, Daredevil 610, second printing. I just got this because one, it's a cool cover, Phil Noto. Secondly, it's kind of scarce, if you will. It's probably about 100 in CGC senses, less than 100 of these in the senses, and it goes for a pretty penny, especially 9.8. Did submit 2, got 1 back 9.8, 1 reject, so all good, 50% there. Last book, guys. Masters of Universe Envy Creations. This is number 5. So get this, there's only 2 total in the CGC senses. Prior to this, there was 1 9.8. Got the second one already on the senses. Checked this just before I did this vid, and a week ago was at 1, and just this morning it hit that it's at 2. So 2 on the CGC census, cannot complain about that at all. Shout outs to the Doom 143. He's been kind of on this Envy Creations kick as well, so he'll recognize this book. He just put a pretty good fit out this morning as well, with, I believe, the number 8 Envy Creations. As a matter of fact, that book is in here as well. I did submit it. Unfortunately, it didn't come back 9.8. I'll give it a second shot at it. I think it's pretty high grade from what I remember. So maybe a 9.4, 9.6, but pretty good shot at it. It's pretty low on the census as well. I did come out in Comic Talk, kind of improv. I was watching Siggy Nearmint's show. They shot me the link. I was on there. Unfortunately, I had a lot of technical issues, so I couldn't really hear very good, nor did the audio on my end come out very good. So we'll see if they invite me again. If not, it's all good. You know what I mean? That's all I got, guys. Really interested to see one, these raw books, and then secondly, when I do get back the second submission, when I resubmit all of this, what percentage do I get back 9.8? So just trying to test that theory to see if that works. Granted, this was before the price adjustment, so I think I'm one and done in this test because I don't want to pay now $8 per book for rejects to come back and whatnot. So at that point, I'm just going to drop tier 9.6, and whatever comes back as rejects, keep those as rejects, I guess, unless I want to repress. But that's all I got. You guys could catch me on IG, same handle, at The Martian Comic Hunter. So thanks, guys. Talk to you guys next time.